Hello, good morning students and welcome back to the class 9, and today we will be starting with a new chapter, that is work and energy. In the previous video we finished the gravitation chapter and we completed the exercise as well. You will be provided with the notes within next few days, but till then we will start with the new chapter, that is work and energy. Okay, so this is a brand new topic for us, and the other things that will come into aspect, well, whatever we studied in the previous chapters, everything will come together in this one. So in the first chapter we studied about motion, how the object moves and everything. In the second chapter we studied about how force is applied and how the motion is happening, or how the object becomes or comes into motion or comes to a stop. Everything because of force. Now in this particular chapter we will be studying about how the force is applied, because in order to apply the force you need to have some energy, okay, and that is where this topic comes in. So first of all, let's start to understand what work is. In our day-to-day life we define work to various different things. For example, a person is completing his homework or completing the notebook, okay, and he has been sitting there, or there is an exam of a student the next day and he or she is studying the subject which is going to be happening the next day as an examination. But whenever we start studying or we start writing, we do a lot of work, or that is what we think that we are doing a lot of work. We are getting tired while writing the book, we are getting tired while reading the particular subject, but we are getting tired and we are saying that we have done a lot of work. I completed this many questions in the notebook and I have completed a lot of work. Or if a person is standing there holding a certain object in his hand, okay, or if a person is standing in a bus holding his luggage or whatever is or she is having, then they all get tired and they are saying that we did a lot of work and everything. But in reality, in all those cases, work is not done if we observe scientific way. According to the science, work is only done when the object has moved from one place to another, okay, after the force is applied. So if a person is sitting on a chair and continuously writing his homework, even though he or she is getting tired, okay, and they are saying that they are doing a lot of work, but according to the scientific point of view, no work has been done. In order for work to be done, force has to be applied and the object has to move from one place to another. There should be a certain displacement. Okay, so let's say that this is a box and it is supposed to be moved from this point A to this point B. Okay, so certain force is applied on this box and the object or the box moves and it reaches the point B. So there has been a displacement S. So the object has moved from point A to point B. There is a displacement and this object is not going to move by itself. A certain force F is applied. So after applying the force only, the object will move. Okay, and when the object has moved and there is some displacement, then only it is said that work is done. I repeat once again, if a person is sitting there and doing a lot of writing and everything, we are assuming that the person is doing a lot of work. But from a scientific point of view, no work is done. That is just one example. Okay? And when the force is applied on the object and there is a displacement of that object, then only the work is said to be done. Okay? I hope it is clear to you, students. So according to this, we can define that work is said to be done when there is force and there is displacement. So then that work has been done on that object. So in this case, the box is moving from point A to point B. After the force is applied and there is a displacement S, then only we can say that the work is done on this object. Work is done on this object. I hope it is clear to you, students. So in order for the work to be done, the object has to be moved and force has to be applied. Imagine that I have a huge rock in front of me and I am trying to push that rock. I have applied a lot of force, but there is no displacement. That is, the rock is too heavy. It is not going to move. Then no work is done. Even though I am getting tired, I am applying a lot of force. I am applying a lot of force and I am getting tired, but the object is not moving. So no work is done on that object. Okay? And without the force, object is not going to move by itself. So it doesn't matter if you have applied the force and then there is no displacement, then also no work is done. So work done is said to be zero when force is applied but displacement is zero. S is zero. So if displacement is zero, even though you have applied 1000 newtons of force, still if the object is not moving, that means there is no displacement and hence no work is done. Now this can also mean that if you are at this particular point, let's say, and you apply the force and the object moves in a circular manner and comes back to the same point. So once again there is no displacement. There is no displacement. So even though it has traveled a huge amount of distance, the displacement S is zero because initial and final points are same. That means once again there is no work done on this particular object. In this case also work done is zero. Even though it has done a lot of distance, but ultimately it is coming back to the same point. So no work is done because the displacement is zero. Okay, and students, you have to understand that for the work to be done, there has to be displacement and not distance. So it doesn't matter how much meters or kilometers it has traveled. Ultimately, if it is coming back to the same point after applying the force, that means no work is done. I hope it is clear to you. And whenever there is no force applied, object is not going to move by itself. An object cannot move unless and until the force is applied. We know this by the first law of motion. Object will remain in rest or object will remain in motion unless external force is applied. So if no force is applied, there is not going to be any displacement, and hence if no force is applied, then work is not done. So we have two conditions for work to be done. First one, force is to be applied. Force is applied and displacement should happen. So displacement should happen. In either of this case, if any one of this is not happening, then work is not done. Okay? If force is not applied, then also work is not done. But if force is applied and displacement also not happens, then also work is not done. I hope it is clear to you, students. Okay, students, we move on to the next topic. Work done can be of three types. Okay, first is positive work. Second is negative work. And third one is zero work. So there are three types of work done for a particular object when the force is applied on it. Okay, first is positive work. Okay, so what is positive work? So imagine there is a box in front of me. Okay, let's say that this is a box. And I am applying the force in this direction. So the force is being applied in this direction. Okay, so obviously the box will also move in this direction. Very simple. So what is happening over here? If I am applying the force in this direction and displacement is also happening in this direction, then the work done is said to be positive. Work done is said to be positive. See, if the force is applied and displacement is in the same direction, okay, so work done is force into displacement, then it is said to be positive work. Okay. Now imagine if I am applying the force in this direction, okay, but somehow the object's displacement is happening in this direction. So the force applied is in this direction, but the displacement is happening in this direction, that is the opposite direction. Okay, or if the force is applied in this direction, but the object is moving or displacement is happening in this direction, that means the direction of force and direction of displacement are opposite to each other, then the work done is said to be negative. So if I am applying the force but the displacement is happening in opposite direction, then the work done is said to be negative. So force into negative displacement gives us negative force into displacement ultimately. So this is how you get negative work done. I hope it is clear to you, students. Okay? Another example for this is that if you try to imagine where is negative work done, it is quite difficult, but it is happening. Okay? How? If a vehicle is moving and you apply the brakes, at that time the force is stopping the vehicle. That means force if the vehicle is moving in this direction and you apply the brakes suddenly. So the force is happening in this direction. The vehicle is trying to stop because the force is being applied in the opposite direction. But still, it takes for the vehicle a certain distance for it to stop. So at this point, if the brakes is applied, the vehicle will slow down and it will stop at this point. So the force was applied in the opposite direction and the vehicle was still moving in this direction and then it stopped. So force applied and displacement happened, and that is how negative work is done. Another simple case is that if you are seeing a well and you are pulling a bucket of water out of the well, so you have that rope with you, okay, and the bucket is in the well. So you apply the force in this direction and the bucket comes up in the opposite direction. So the force applied is in downward direction and the bucket is moving in upward direction. So that is also an example of negative force. So I can write that overall, if the force applied is negative or the displacement happened is negative, then the work done is negative because force and displacement are opposite to each other. Okay? Last one is zero work. So I gave you the example of that already. If the force is applied but the displacement does not happen, that means if force is applied, okay, in newtons, let's say x newtons, if the force is applied but displacement is 0 meters, if there is no displacement, then work done is said to be 0. Work done is said to be 0 if displacement is 0. Another thing is that if the force is applied, but the displacement is happening perpendicular to the force, okay, that means if the force is acting in the downward direction and the object is moving in this or this direction, then there is no work done because there is a 90-degree angle between the two. Okay, if the displacement is happening in the opposite direction, then it is negative work. But the displacement is happening perpendicular to the force. That means no work is done. A simple example for this. A person is holding a huge box or luggage in his hands like this. So the gravitational force is pulling downwards, but they are still in my hands and I am moving in this way. Okay, so the gravitational force is constantly acting on that object, on the luggage that I am carrying. But the displacement is happening in this direction. So at that time, from the point of view of gravitational force, zero work is done because the object is not moving because of gravitational force. Object is moving because I am applying the force. So from the gravitational force point of view, the work done is zero. So whenever the force is applied and the direction of the displacement is perpendicular to the force applied, then the work done is said to be zero. I hope it is clear to you students. That's all for today. Until next time, have a nice day.